I don't hear it on this side, so I never know. I just know people like, I hear you on there with the jazz music. I'm like, I don't hear that. I don't hear that at all.
Alright, we should be live.
Alright.
Okay.
Champions. Of course, attaches. No, that's. There we go.
Alright, this is the Twitch Live account. This is the Twitch Live Twitch. Hit me with a quick little test there, Flex.
SD McTesterson.
Alright, good stuff. Your audio's getting picked up.
Beautiful. Log reveal Feud Weekend. Two Bob and Flex are back. Nice.
It's looking good.
People love
Anybody
it.
in the chat? Who wants to be first in the chat? Type in the chat now to be number one. Me. That was
Got a
funny.
troll.
That was good. Hello, hello. Is this thing on? It is Mr. DMO David. How's it going? Welcome on
DMO
in.
David. Welcome, bro.
Good to have you. Good to have you. Alright.
Make sure you stopping in. Let me see. I don't have admin access or anything. I just see whatever's in the regular screen. But people are starting to file in. Doing all right.
Alright. What's going on,
go.
Frey?
Okay. Frey.
Quendo W? I feel like that's gotta be like some backwards name, right? No, probably not.
No.
Welcome on in, Andy.
Although you never know.
What is that? That's a
You never know. Might be just an anagram. Got to be something
that's a
something inappropriate. in
cool
there.
looking siren. Nice. Welcome on in, Envy.
What's up, all?
Hard. What's
And we always
up?
bringing out the sirens.
We got Fish. Fish
Oh, usually
can't.
it's the ups.
Much love
She?
to one Mr. Fish can't swim.
Yep. We got Pancho. We got Joe. We got Scott. Ooh, Scott's on here. What's up, Scott?
Scott. Where's Scott? Why don't I see that?
He's at the bottom of the thing. Enough. At least I see him here.
Oh, he's not. Okay, gotcha. He's in here but hasn't typed. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's showing that he's in the chat screen. So Quendo, how you doing?
How's it going? We're doing good. We're having a good evening, good day all together. Gonna be a fun stream. We got lots to talk about for this weekend. We got some CSS to go over, and
There's definitely some traumatic stuff I'm not going to bring up to you, but there's a lot of good stuff that I want to talk about with you about this month so far.
yeah,
It's MLC, I should say.
there's also, I guess, something else that it was requested to be played today. So we will have some fun with those characters as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, some revamps going on, huh? Some good. One maybe we don't talk about, but the others, the others seem alright.
Oh man, I'm so hesitant to make that video because I know I'm just gonna be so sad.
I didn't make one on Jesse either. My name is
Jesse.
Yeah, well, for now, Scott, you're allowed for now.
Yeah, what's going on, Scott?
Self-removed.
Welcome on in, man.
Don't
You
get
are
yourself removed, brother. I
absolutely,
can't do anything about it.
you're absolutely more than allowed in the lounge, whether that's on this channel or mine. No problemo whatsoever. Oh yeah, speaking
Don't type the
of,
F word. You know which F word.
we can do those whole command things now, right? It's a TWF,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And two Bob.
Exclamation point.
Bam.
To Bobbery.
There you go, y'all. Make sure to follow the both of us on Twitch and YouTube to keep in touch with
Especially
all
YouTube.
of our content.
YouTube being the best spot. I didn't make a video on Jesse. I don't intend to make a video on Jesse, Bob. So you can
Hey,
do the honors on that one.
it's man. Look, I'll be honest, right? I was stoked when I saw Bull Nakano last month, right? Like, man, that's a real new, like, unique character. That's not like we're
Yep.
gonna get, 5 Bull Nakanos. That's not gonna happen, right? Like, she's a one of one. That's the one that they're gonna make, and it was like, dang, they made her the B tier. Like, is she at least good? Like, like she's usable but not good. And then they doubled down on it this month. It's like, we got Jesse Ventura. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I mean, I like both because she has a couple different build options, both with multi blast, all that kind of stuff. She's good for that. Plus the arrow wreck, so you don't have to use. I mean, if you didn't get her, if you don't just want to use Asuka, if you have to use somebody else, you do have the arrow wreck with her with New Gen and all. So I like that one. Jesse, I don't figure like him in real life, although this is the game, obviously. I haven't necessarily found any particular build that I love, so he's kind of look. I don't look at tiers either. There's different kind of tiers that that I enjoy in champs, and the TIERS one is not one of them. Just because I mean, you have somebody like Kai who you put a drip plate on and now radical plate, and she's doing sick damage. Without even being max and with a halfway decent strap. So I don't look at them because the game evolves over time, stuff gets introduced, and the tiers do not change. They're pretty static. Even with revamps, I don't think they really change anything. Like the Judgment Day characters are all S tier, right? But there's only one that was even halfway decent to use, kind of. And she got reworked.
Yep.
And she got a big rework last month, and and she was really fun now. And she's still S tier,
Yeah. What's going on, T-Bone? Big love. Merrick's with the raid. Thank you for the raid, Merrick's. Raiders, welcome on in. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully y'all are ready for a blog. Mr. Rules, Fifth Element, IK. What is going on, y'all? Welcome on in.
We got the squads rolling in.
You're waiting for the S tier Eddie to come.
Thanks,
so Flex, question to you. I've been seeing a lot of talk about this, right? And me and you can very openly admit we don't have any inside info, right? So when it comes to what's going on later this month in terms of like, everyone always expects there to be the week 4 character or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And so last month we had the revamped Rhea with the S plus tier Rhea. The month before we had the revamped Cena, the veteran Cena with the new hip hop Cena. The month before that, we had the revamped Powerhouse Goldberg, who was already revamped, but they made him the giveaway. And then we had Hall of Fame Goldberg as the A tier Chase, who was the S plus because they're Hall of Fame. And then the month before that, we had R-Truth Acrobat was the freebie character, and we got the new freebie R-Truth. So there's been a trend for at least 4 months now that the Armory Loot character has a new version of that character being released the month of. So with there being Viva La Raza Eddie during Viva La Mania, I've been seeing a lot of players speculating that there's going to be another Eddie released into the game this month. Are you under that same outlook or no? Because for me, I'm kind of not.
We both know we're getting another Hornswoggle. That's obvious. All the things you just said, we're definitely getting Swoggle too. But yeah, there's definitely a pattern there. So I think one of these things, when Scopely realized there's a pattern somewhere, they got to swerve us somehow, right? They gotta do it. But yeah, I mean, this is something. So you and I talk about this a lot on here. I talk about it everywhere, right? I never care who the character is.
Right.
I don't look at the skin. I don't look at the gear. I don't look at any of that kind of stuff. I look at what they do. Can I get them? How they impact my group? And can I use this character to help my faction? Faction boss, blah, blah, blah. Right? I don't care beyond that. Although I am a mark for Kane and some others, I'm not going to all of a sudden just, do 10 megas for Hall of Fame Kane when he finally comes out, Scopely. I'm not just about to do that. But somebody like Eddie, who so many people have such an emotional attachment to, I want to see it. I want to see it for your sake too, right? I mean, everyone knows I love to torture you on stream, and we're going to do some torturing later. Just a little sneak peek. But I would love to see that pattern continue, to see a really quality Eddie, especially if they do follow what some of those 5K recruits have been, and they've been really, really fun, really quality, especially Rio last month. I would love to see an Eddie get released later on in this month to follow that pattern. And if this is the last month of that pattern, so be it. But it would
Yeah.
be nice for those who are fans of somebody who, obviously, we lost too soon, right? It's one of those characters
Yeah.
that were, he just got to his prominence, really, right? And all of a sudden, like he got, his, what happened.
Yeah.
So, for your sake and so many others who are fans of Eddie, I hope that pattern continues. What do you think?
I I guess because of what you're saying too, right? Like I think anyone that has ever watched any of my content, been in any of my streams, been in a voice chat with me ever to talk about wrestling knows that Eddie Guerrero is my favorite wrestler of all time. And so like I think because of that, I am so overly hesitant to get excited that there's going to be a new Eddie this month because it's like, yeah, it's been this way for at least 4 months, maybe 5 months now, right? It's definitely going to happen. I don't want to get to that point. So I am excessively skeptical that it's going to happen this month. But in the back of my mind, there's like that little twinge of hope where it's like, these people are making some really good points. Maybe there really is an Eddie that's going to be released. And maybe it's like, the Eddie that beat Brock Lesnar for when he finally became world champion, right? Like, whatever they want to give him the nickname of, like,
Uh,
maybe there's a
yeah.
chance that it happens, right? Um,
Yeah. The only
yeah.
thing I do hope if it comes out, I do hope his Three Amigos move is not necessary for his best move set. It's a great thing in real life. It's obviously they use it as a heel move now, but I do not want to see that in the game as a primary move set because I cannot use him for that specific thing. It takes too long. As you know, I am a snob. Footers, you will not see one of those characters in this game, and I'm not talking about Perry Saturn or his mop. Definitely not that. But yeah, I would love to see a quality Eddie in this game for all the reasons that you had mentioned. And
Yeah.
look, there are people who do look at this in a very way like kind of investigative journalists and champs, so to speak, right? They look at these things, they look at patterns. I don't have the bandwidth. Scott always tells me what's going on, or JNB always tell me what's really going on. If I'm really like out of the loop on stuff, they're kind of my
Your
they're my
go-tos.
counsel, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just because so many things happen in champ between doing the content, this and that, my own life, consulting, trading, board meetings, all this other stuff. It becomes a lot at times, right? The game has its moments, especially 1 2 weeks out of the month, the MLC, where it's like, what is going on in this game right now? Like,
Right.
someone give me a TLDR. But there's people that look at it like, hey, you know what? We've had this like 3 months in a row. I'm like, you really figured that out? Like, thank you for telling me because I would have never figured it out.
Just some of the
You know?
weirdest stuff, man. I
Yeah.
I love to say it because it always catches me off guard, but Rusty is probably one of the most like out of the box thinking who's always spot on with that stuff. Like in December, it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, all these characters are from Monday Night Raw, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, who the hell thinks of this type of like what? How did you
Yeah.
pinpoint this? Like I'm looking at this, like they have nothing in common. Oh yeah, they're Monday Night Raw characters. Like it's second nature, and it's like how
Yeah.
did you do
It's
this?
like it's like in 2024, the fourth Tuesday of every month, we had the best offer in the game for that MLC. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Right,
And then I
right.
look at the Tuesday, I'm like, holy moly. There's other
It's
words I could have used there, but I'm going to use holy moly.
it's insane. So
But
they're
it's right.
honestly like the people in this community. Some of them just they catch on to just some of the
Yeah.
best things that like most people don't think about. It's wild. So yeah, huge shout out to the community. Round of applause. Give yourselves all a pat on the back for doing the amazing things that you do. Um, I
Except
will
Andre. You
say
don't get a pat on the back, Andre.
no, except Andre. Not until he gets that
Andre
Naomi
gets
gear.
nothing. You get nothing, Andre. You get nothing.
Before we go on to the blog, real quick, Kobe, you were talking about show of hands for all that leveled up the trash Cenas for the new ones. Well, we got some news for you. They're actually not as trash as you might think. There are multiple Cena reworks from the old Cenas as
Yeah.
well. So we will be going over that later on tonight. So, without further ado, we have 150 people in here. Let's pause our music real quick. We're going to go ahead and
Without further
swap.
ado, we're about to do.
We're going to go ahead and swap on over to the blog read. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to go ahead and get this recording going. Flex will do his best, like always, and take care of answering any questions you guys might have in the chat. I went ahead and gave this a refresh as per the Flex standard. Even cleared my cache for that one, thankfully, because there was one time I refreshed it and didn't clear the cache, and nothing updated. So this is the most up-to-date blog that you can possibly have, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. It's an interesting one. So without further ado,
one last statement to that.
Go on.
They're all still a work in progress in STC. So even though we are looking at the freshest version at the moment, it could change at any point. So do not hold us accountable for that. Everything in this game is a work in progress. We are all beta all the time. It is what it is. That's it.
Part of the nature of the beast, y'all. Just part of the nature of the beast.
Yep.
But, alright, let's get this show on the road. So, what is going on, everybody? My name is 2Law29. We are back in the lounge. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks. I have with me today one Mr. Flex, the Don. How goes it, Flex?
We are going to be doing a lot of revamping tonight. We're going to be doing some Cena stuff, but before we do that, we're going to be talking about the blog. We're going to be talking about Feud, and we're going to be talking about Twisted Bliss, and maybe some gameplay of her too. So, got a loaded. The blog itself is not that big, but everything that we're going to be talking about during and after the blog is going to be really packed out. So stay with us throughout the night.
Huge shout out to what Flex was just mentioning. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube and not during the live recording, make sure to tune in next time on the official Twitch live stream to see all of that additional content. But today we are here to read you a blog, and that is the Twisted and Blissed Feud. So, champions get twisted and blissed this weekend. Chase more shards for the new Alexa Bliss in milestones and tours, and earn prize wall medallions for an awesome collection of rare superstar shards, straps, and skill plates featuring an updated entourage ability for player Pain Alexa Bliss. Take a look at that in a minute. Please note, as Flex has mentioned numerous times, as I will mention numerous times, as it always gets mentioned numerous times, everything is a work in progress and subject to change. So take this all with a grain of salt. Go with what you see in the live game environment. The schedule for this weekend. The Twisted and Blissed contest will start on the 11th at noon Pacific at reset time. It will end on the 14th at noon Pacific. That is reset time there. Faction Feud starts on the 12th at 4 p.m. Pacific. That is 4 hours after reset. It is ending on the 13th at noon Pacific, reset time. And the Sunday Blitz goes live on the 13th at reset, noon Pacific. And it also ends 24 hours later on the 14th, reset, noon Pacific. As always, join the club. Prestige Pass only. Enjoy an exclusive Prestige drop this weekend. Make sure to join the club and you can claim your exclusive drop for free. The reward highlights
Quick,
oh, go on.
Oh, sorry. I was going to make a quick shout out for Prestige. I know people have been asking about Hip Hop Cena, Vanilla Ice Cena. He did drop Tuesday. It was with the new MLC. The new drops go in concert with new MLC drops. So Hip Hop Cena was added to it. He is 700K for those that are wondering. They're curious to join, rejoin, whatever it is. He is the kind of spotlight of the new additions for this MLC.
I believe it was Hip Hop Cena, Showboat Sammy, and then who were the other two, if you remember? I think it was somebody from this past month.
I do not remember offhand, but let me check because I
think it was Dominic. I think Dirty Dom hit the club store as well, for those of you that don't have Dom. And Bull Nakano.
Yeah.
Those are the four that have been added to the club. So make sure to join the club if you want a chance at any of those characters. The reward highlights for this weekend. The MLC Chase character is Twisted Bliss, Alexa Bliss. You'll be able to get 50 shards in the solo milestones, 100 shards in the feud contest milestones, and 30 shards in the tours for free. In the premium section, you'll be able to get 45 in the solo milestones and 75 more in the blitz. Do not miss out on more available shards in upcoming contests. The premium prize wall, which you can earn these premium medallions with Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss for extra rewards, contains the following: the one, the only, the highly coveted Yeet Plate, the Princess's Flaming Glove Plate, and some 6-star gold token chests. Recruit new Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss and play her tour for those medallions. Now for the regular Feud prize wall. The Twisted and Blissed Feud prize wall, collect and redeem Twisted and Blissed medallions in the milestones and tours. Here you can check out Player Pain's Bliss's updated entourage ability. It goes all the way up to 50% power gem damage and 50% additional reduction by protect gems. There is a 5-star gold version of her on the regular prize wall, and what typically is 7 medallions. Again, everything is subject to change, so keep that in mind. We're going through the prize wall items here. There are ultimate straps for the following: Ultimate Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss strap with 150% gem damage, Jesse the Body Ventura with 150% gem damage, a Modern Trickster affiliation strap, a 2x affiliation strap, and there are the Ultimate Random Era Random Class 150% gem damage straps. Those are your straps that are available. Here is your photo, because I know a lot of people like to look at all of the items and the cost, but again, as always, this is all subject to change. So don't get mad if what you see in-game, once the event goes live, doesn't tie out to the exact amount of prize wall that you see here, but this is what we can see so far. The posters and shards. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and the good shouts to Scopes for putting that out there. Again, it can still change, obviously, but people heard you say Modern Trickster, Strap, Affiliation, all the Howdy, all the Howdy owners are who don't have that strap, where they're putting that strap.
Oh, 100%. That if you have Howdy, that should definitely go on Howdy, and if you don't, there are Uncle Howdy shards here, which is not too shabby. So the posters and shards that we have available. I don't see any full posters here, so I don't know if we're actually.
No full posters, but even Regum is a 5X, right?
Yeah.
130 per clip. At only 6.
It's a lot of shards.
That's pretty sweet.
It's a lot.
You got the trap straps, as I call them. It's a random error 150, so be mindful that you might get a PG Tech. So I do call them trap straps, but it's always worth a chance if you have extra wall stuff. I'll be polite this time. Wall stuff, but that's a really, really nice wall. Something for everybody.
So
it's a good wall.
So the one takeaway I like to give people too on these is, if you can get a character, get a character. For everyone that has all of these characters, this wall's probably not going to be that appealing to you. For those of you that don't have every single character here, this wall should be massively appealing to you, that you get to close in on all of these characters. Like, Muscle Man's here, Punk is here, Mommy's here, Howdy's here, Rex is here. This is a great wall. So the poster and shards. So again, I didn't see any posters there, but that's what it says here. The ones that'll be available on the wall, we have Uncle Howdy, we got Muscle Man, we got CM Punk, the voice of the voiceless, we got Yeet Jey Uso, OTC, Mommy's on Top, Abby the Witch, Arcade Assassin, Lyra Valkyria, Liv Morgan, and the list goes on. We got Rex Regum, Umaga, Mercy the Buzzard, the Champ Sami Zayn, Rocker Shawn Michaels, Braun Breaker, Break Everyone. That is the MP trainer, for those of you that don't know. The Creed brothers, Julius Creed, Jacob Fatu of the New Bloodline, the best there ever will be, Bret Hart, and Master of the Claymore, Drew. I don't even know who the worst on this list is. Like, Drew, maybe? It's a crazy list.
Master of Claymore, yeah.
And that's insane if he's the worst. The skill plates available are going to be the Buzzard's Beak, the Baddest Jacket, and yes, indeed, another chance at a Yeet Plate. There are also Twisted and Blissed loot coins, regular coins, TP, and star fragments available on the prize wall. Now, for the Twisted and Blissed chests, you will be able to find this this Contest Superstar, the CS chest in Milestones and Tours. You can see there is 15 shards of a lot of characters here, and there is a chance at a 3-star bronze version of Twisted Bliss Alexa Bliss. So when you see Twisted and Bliss chests, this is what it's going to be that you have a chance at getting. For the solo contest, earn contest points throughout the weekend and spin the loot. Max milestone is 10 million points. The highlight rewards in the solo contest are 135 Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss shards and 63 prize wall medallions. The top 20 can earn a guaranteed brand new Alexa Bliss poster at up to 6-star silver. And remember, these CSS are going to be for the solo contest. So, win a faction feud battle with the following characters: John Cena Chain Gang Special Edition, 50,000 points, limit 2 times. Bray Wyatt the Muscle Man, 50,000 points, limit 2 times. Uncle Howdy, 25k, limit 2. Voice of the Voiceless Punk, 25k, limit 2. Dirty Dominic Mysterio is 25k, limit 2. The Radical Revolutionary Seth Rollins, 25k, limit 2. And Mercy the Buzzard is 25k, limit 2. The feud contest, the thing that everybody has been awaiting for. Play a feud for war score points and reach milestones to earn feud medallions for bonus rewards in the prize wall. The max milestone is 500 million points. The reward highlights for the feud contest: 100 Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss shards, 5 of those Twisted and Bliss chests, 12 additional prize wall medallions, and 8 Blitz tickets for the Sunday Blitz. The top 800 players can earn up to 4 million additional solo contest points on the leaderboard. The CSS for the the feud contest, my apologies, for the feud contest are as follows: win a faction feud battle with any powerhouse, striker, tech, showboat, trickster, and acro. You will get 3 million points every time that you win with one of them, limit 10. And then for the eras, we have any Legend Era, Attitude Era, New Gen Era, Reality Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and Hall of Fame Era. Those are 4 million points apiece, limit 6. And for the limited time tours, the reward highlights are as follows: nearly 6 million Twisted and Blissed solo contest points, an additional 1.5 million points in the 24-hour Twisted Bliss Tour. You will get 3 Twisted and Blissed MP feud perks, which go up to +6 all MP, but it requires Alexa Bliss. You will get 7 of the premium prize wall medallions, also requiring Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss. You'll get 8 of the Twisted and Bliss chests. You'll get 10 more Blitz tickets. And there will also be a Twisted and Blissed feud boost. The CSS for the tours are as follows. Let's stick to Friday. So the first tour is the Twisted Bliss Tour 24-hour contest bonus. Of course, your CSS is Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss. On Friday, the Challenge Tour also goes live. Normal, you are required to use a Trickster. The CSS is modern. Hard, you're required to use a Showboat. The CSS is also modern. And for Hell, you are required to use a modern era. The Hell Node CSS is SmackDown. On Friday, the Twisted Pair Tour also goes live. Your CSS are Alexa Bliss, Play or Pain, and Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss, as well as The Fiend, Let Me In, and Bray Wyatt Muscle Man. And the last Friday tour is the Wyatt Bliss Modern Era Tour, where the CSS is any Wyatt 6. And on Saturday, we have the Body Showboat Tour for Jesse the Body Ventura being your CSS. As you can tell, there is no Sunday tour. Now, why might that be? If you're not used to it yet, it's because we have a Sunday Blitz. The Gauntlet Blitz goes live on Sunday. The regular Gauntlet Blitz requires 2 characters, anybody from the Modern Era and anybody with the Raw tag link. You will get 2 MP for filling the top lane. This costs 1 Twisted and Blitz ticket. You can also save time and earn rewards faster in the Champion Blitz, not more, but earn them faster. And your requirements here: You will have the top 2 is any SmackDown era and any modern era. The middle 3 is 3 SmackDown eras. The rarity are 6-star silver. And of course, again, you will get 2 MP for filling the top and middle lane for any of the characters you use there. It will cost 5 Twisted and Blitz tickets. So Raw for the regular one, SmackDown for the champion one. The rewards are as follows. You will be able to get 4 Twisted and Blitz bags. Say that one 3 times fast, jeez. In the normal Blitz, you will get 20 of them in the Champion Blitz. The CSS for getting the bonus Twisted Bliss shards is either Rhea Ripley, Mommy's on Top, or Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. If you play the normal Blitz, you will get 5 additional Alexa Bliss shards. If you play the Champion Blitz, you will get 25 additional Alexa Bliss shards. The faction feud requirements are as follows. For those of you that are going to freak out and say, oh my goodness, Steel Cage is back, it is technically back for all of the bonuses. There is nothing that is blocked out from this feud. So yes, it is technically a Steel Cage feud, but nothing is left outside of the cage. You can bring everything to it. The bonuses are one... Except plates?
Except complaints.
Oh, except complaints. I was going to say, except plates. Please don't say that. Then I'd look horrible.
No complaining in the cage.
Well, so this is essentially going to replace what we used to have, which a lot of people are upset we don't have anymore, of the feud perks. This is essentially just the different version of perks. So your bonuses for this feud, 100% red gem, 100% blue gem, 200% reinforce, leech, X-break, and cross-break gem damage. And of course, if you haven't checked out, in-game, the feud requirements are as follows. John Cena Chain Gang Special Edition and open for the top lane, 3 starting MP, 100% gem damage, 50% war score boost. Any Bray Wyatt at 6 silver or higher, any striker at 6 star, and open. The bonuses here is 100% black gem, 1 starting MP, and 20% war score boost. And the bottom 4, any Raw 5-star or higher, any Trickster, any Showboat, and open. Your bonuses here, 50% purple gem, 1 green MP, and 10% war score boost. These are all the lane bonuses that will go on top of these Steel Cage bonuses. So don't think that you have to pick one or the other. If you can fill the lane, you will get the Steel Cage and the lane bonus. First time wins are still 250,000 points. Get an extra chance at a 4-star gold Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss in our forum giveaway. Join the Champions community on our official forum and give us your constructive feedback on this contest in order for a chance to enter the giveaway. And I like it. So, back up to the top. And that's going to be it for our blog read here today. So, any final comments before we head on out and end the recording, Flex?
No, it's pretty common from what we're used to, except the fact that Steel Cage has no debuffs, as we saw last month. So the feedback was heard loud and clear. We do have some really substantial buffs. Bob and I will be going through some lineup stuff in a little bit as well. So really good feud lined up, some good rewards, and prize wall that's going to be appealing to many people. And if you did get Alexa, or you will get Alexa in the weekend, you do have that E-plate available. So something for everyone this weekend for sure. Enjoy, and hope you enjoyed that read.
Definitely feels like a solid weekend. Hopefully everyone, I should say, gets to walk away with something. This is a heck of a prize wall to me in terms of shards, so if you don't have all these characters, good luck on getting any of them, and good luck chasing all of your prize wall out there. But that is going to be it for me. That's going to be it for Flex on this blog read. So until next time, everybody, have a good one. Alright, and the recording has stopped. Welcome on in, chat. I am back. Hopefully Flex has answered all of your questions. Is there anything that I might have missed that y'all want to go over? What's everybody's initial thoughts on our Feud Weekend, the Feud blog?
Can you roll over to the CSS again, Bob?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm kind of thrilled. So here's our feud CSS for the solo contest.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
And then we'll show the
thrilled
prize wall fully.
that we finally get a feud contest with the 500 million points, and it's a male feud now instead of a female feud. It's always been a female feud, apart from the first one, I think.
No debuffs.
So pretty stoked with that, honestly. So there is your feud CSS for the specific characters, and then the feud contest is the any class. I don't know if I can fit all of the classes and eras on one screen, maybe.
Yeah, these are easy though. I like these ones.
Bam. So there you go. There's everything for all the eras and all the classes that are CSS for the feud contest there. And I can kick the music back on. Just got to kick the jukebox.
Yeah, to KP's point, it's normally we have that character being the top line, but they're basically giving you a free top line for people that built up their Cenas or acquired Cena in any other way. I don't know if there's any other way to do it, but I did the 2 blitzes, one paid obviously. I took up some characters. I didn't really care about taking up the characters. I was more annoyed at the fact, Bob, that I had to take 4-star silver, PH, Ruthless Aggression Cena all the way up to 6-star gold, which took me way too long. I literally actually passed out doing it. That's how annoying and frustrating it was. First world problems, I guess, obviously. But it was just, oh my goodness, just please stop this. Give me one button where I can just yeet this character out. But the Blitz was worth it, and you get the top lane. If you do get Bliss, you chase Bliss, like mentioned. And as Bob mentioned, you get the Yeet Plate. And this coming weekend, and you also get +6 MP, so it's pretty beefy. It's still chaser.
So there was your premium prize wall. I'm leaving up part of the regular prize wall on the screen right now. It is definitely a little weird to have the special edition Cena, but I think the kind of give and take is based on how this month has been going. We are getting that Cena bright and early in terms of a male character, and this is a female character reward weekend. So it's very, like, unless the feud was female and then they required Bliss, that would be the only real way around it, would be to change it from Cena to Bliss. But I think the appeal that they're trying to go for now is they're trying to appeal to these special edition characters. And I think they want to try and incentivize a lot of players to keep getting those special edition characters.
Of course.
So who knows what the trend is going to be moving forward. But that to me is kind of what I think is happening. And yeah, I saw a lot of players that were very annoyed that they ended up taking Powerhouse Cena up. And it was like, man, I could have just maxed out the gold chest on this midweek contest, and I could have gotten them from there instead. And I was like, wait a minute, I can do that? And then I stopped. I just stopped doing everything that I was doing. I'm like, I can do this. On Thursday, I will have him at 6-star gold. I don't have to work him up from 4-star to 6-star gold. I can just get him as a fuse up. And then spent my talent up on the other 2 Cenas, which are 2 of the revamped Cenas that we have tonight. So for those of you that are still listening in and are not aware, and we'll definitely hop on over to the official Twitch Live game, the account, I should say. Those 2 Cenas got revamped. So Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect and Chain Gang, the non-special editions, have revamps on them. And so we will be playing the both of them tonight, for those of you that want to stick around and check it out.
The special edition Fruity Pebbles Chain Gang Cena, his gear is unlockable it's a 35% more health boost. That's unlockable for 1 hanger. So I think we could all spare that.
Yeah, the 1 hanger hopefully doesn't cost you all an arm and a leg over there.
Who's complaining about the 1 hanger? There's always somebody. There's always somebody. Put in the chat if you complain about the 1 hanger. Come on, show yourself. Okay, cool, because the health increases. Well, Big Love, that's the one that he's getting. The Chain Gang one, that's 35% more health. That's what he got as that particular gear. So that is what it's in the game, is what it is.
Well, anything else on this blog that we'd like to go back over? If so, speak now or forever hold your peace. We'll do a quick little scan through in case we missed anything.
Doesn't look like there's going to be a faction event, which historically we haven't had since the in-game cash debacles of the standard feud. So it's just going to be the solo event and the actual faction feud itself as the de facto faction event.
There you go, chat. There is your bloggeroonie. And that is all she wrote. So, let's go ahead and pull up the Twitch live account. Boom. There she is. You have like...
By the way, this has probably been the smoothest start to a monthly contest that I can remember. Like, ever.
Yeah?
Ever. It's actually been extremely pleasant. I love the weekly stuff. If you can, before we actually do that, Bob, since we have the live account on here anyway, and this has nothing to do with being the Twitch account, but just go into the contest, just so we can talk about the weekly contest stuff.
Sure. The Mania Madness weekly contest?
Yep. I love this. I loved it from the beginning, as you all heard me with Bro early in the week. I always want to give a chance, even if something that's been messed up in the past or just trauma for players in the past on a certain mode or a certain thing. But this I love from the beginning because I love having different stuff throughout the month. And even if something doesn't feel good one week, it can be good the next week. You can pick and choose which weeks you want to go heavy on, which particular loot might apply to this weekly event. But everything is tied into this. Extreme Rules, the tours, everything is tied into this. Tasks, managers event is basically gone, right? This is so much easier and cleaner to understand what's going on. Even the doofus like me can understand it. And there's actually phenomenal rewards in this event for everything that you need. There's econ, there's solo points, there's wall medallions, there's this, that Bob troll. What a troll! I didn't do this. I got a fuse now. Can't believe he did that. But I'll look a little closer next time. Of course, Bob would see that. But there's literally stuff in here that everyone can and will use, whether immediately or otherwise. There's armory stuff in there. There's Fruity Pebbles Special Edition Cena shards in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. There's this delicious chest in here too. This is phenomenal. This is a great change. The armory is a lot better. We talked about that on Monday. This is wholesale overhaul of our experience as players, and it makes you actually want to play. And the SD is actually tied into it as well. So I absolutely love this. When I don't love something, people know it right away because I wear my heart on my sleeve. It doesn't matter how they feel about what my what my objective viewpoints are. But this, Bob, I think we could all agree. And if anyone's really complaining about this, I think you really need to revisit your gaming experience here. No disrespect, but it's just fact. This is probably the best change that we've had in forever. As players, for quality of life, for what we can achieve, what we can get, this is one of the best changes that we've gotten. It's cleaner, it's easier, it's all tied together. I can't see anything wrong with it, and everyone's getting stuff. It's not like you have to super spend to get something of value.
No, not at all. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that 6-star gold thing, right? But think about it this way, like what Flex is saying. If what we're talking about here continues on for every single week of the month, you should be able to get every Cena at 6-star gold from just playing the week. So you shouldn't need to have to go through all your resources investing, putting them up to 6-star gold yourself if you just get all of them by week 4 at 6 gold. And there was a lot of, I don't want to call it rabble rousers, but I guess that's probably the closest thing that I can call them, that were complaining about, I have to spend $100 for 6-star golds of all the Cenas, and it's like, or you could play the game. You could just
Or
play
how
the
about this
game.
crazy idea? How about this? How about this? Let me throw a monkey wrench into this. You actually turn the game on and play a tour. I didn't like I said before, Bob. I didn't care about using the resources to take those up. Obviously, we had the veteran salute. We got the fuse from a couple months back. I didn't care about that. That was easy. I already had that.
Right.
The other ones I had to take up. The original Chain Gang Cena was 6-star bronze already from a previous event that we had where we had to take all these not so wonderful characters 6-star. So again, that was easy. I don't care about the resources so much. It was just the fact that he was 4-star silver, and I had to take him up and press and tap, and I fell asleep doing that. I passed out.
Yeah.
That's how excruciating it felt.
Think about
so I didn't
that.
care about the resources.
Think about that for a second.
That was a great call out.
Think about how much time you spent on doing that. Now, think about how life was like before we had a TP slider and a coin slider. We used to have to do all that one button click at a time. That's how people used to do talent up. One level. It
Back
used
in my
to take,
day,
what, 15, 20 minutes to take a character from one rarity to the next?
Oh, misery.
It was insane.
So miserable.
So, like, but this is what we're all experiencing and talking about already is the updated version. Like, yeah, so I think there's room for improvement. And I know that it's a double-edged sword because we've been told numerous times in the past that some people they switch out moves to get more talent, right? And that makes sense. I think there needs to be something that we can do very similarly like what we do with coins. I would like to see something along those lines with TP where instead of it just being one move at a time, maybe we could go and it says level up all equipped moves to max. Something like that, right? And it's like, okay, I have my I have my three yellow moves equipped, and I just click this one button. It costs me 10,000 yellow TP, and they're max. And then I can put my 3 red moves in, and they're max, right? Like maybe that's enough of a game changer for us. But I think the real process and the real problem is what you were talking about too, is going from 4 silver to 4 gold. Once you do that max process once, you still have to go through every individual move. And that's what just feels like it takes forever, right? You have 6 moves, then you have 7 moves, then you have 8 moves, and it's every single time you need to go through 1, and then 1, and then 1, and then 1, and it's just like, yeah, it becomes so monotonous after a while. So it's tough, but it's better than not being able to do it like what we used to have to deal with.
Or you could do what Bob did and just get to the milestone and just do one tap fuse. Bob, there's a B word I would use right now, but
listen. All I'm saying is use that information moving forward in the rest of the month. For those of you that do not have Special Edition Cena right now and don't feel the need to have him right now, that's totally fine. Use that logic to move forward in your monthly. Use that logic to say, I can play the game for a week, get my 6-star gold fuse up, not have to burn the resources, not have to waste the time, and I'll get my Special Edition Cena by the end of the month just because I played the game. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Free. It's called free. And my response to when I saw the preview, I was like, define free. I said this with Bro the other day. Like, please define free, because sometimes the players, us, and you all have a different definition of what free is. And then obviously we're seeing it play out in real time. It is free. He's a free character. He's a solid character. He can do damage. Could be a little spotty at times, but he's a very good character. Especially for the era, for those people who had like random 150% straps, you could actually use it on him because he's a gem damage card. So there are no bads with this, and it's an S tier card. There is no bad with this. It is a free character. Of course, people will complain no matter what. My biggest thing was just I didn't care about having to take the card up. It was just passing out doing it. But if that's the biggest thing I have going on, then obviously I'd be okay. But the character is in there. Again, that weekly event, the weekly wall, is, again, just another call out. I did this the other day too. Spend them or cry. Make sure you're paying closer attention on the weekly stuff. That weekly contest that Bob just showed you ends tomorrow at reset. 3 p.m. Eastern time, and then these walls, let's show them when they end. That's going to end, I guess, Monday at reset. So spend them or cry.
So just to clarify, a lot of players out there are convincing themselves, well, if there's nothing good on this prize wall, I'll just wait for the next prize wall. Please don't do that, because you're going to be crying at the end of the week when you go into the next week and realize that this prize wall does not carry over. I repeat, this prize wall does not carry over. Okay? So week one, and a prime example of why this doesn't carry over, if you go to the Viva La Mania 5-star prize wall, okay? This is the prize wall where you get coins for this wall from having a 5-star Jesse the Body Ventura on the month. At the very bottom of this, there are 4 different prize wall medallions, okay? These all correspond to the week. These are not all the same prize wall medallions. So people that have Mania Madness prize wall right now, that is for the current week 1 prize wall. The countdown to WrestleMania prize wall is going to be the week 2 prize wall. The Mania Fallout prize wall will be the week 3 prize wall. The Cinco de Mania prize wall will be the week 4 prize wall. Do not just tell yourself, there's not going to be that much on this Mania Madness prize wall for me week 1, so I'm just going to save my prize wall for week 2. Don't do that, because you're going to miss out on whatever you could have afforded from this wall, because the currency does not carry over. It doesn't.
Support won't help you. Don't spam support tickets. They will not help you. They will close it out. And if you be too aggressive about it, you might not be able to send support tickets. So we're telling you as a PSA, told you on Monday, Bob is telling you here, I'm telling you here, do not waste those medallions. Spend them. Look at the timers. Pay very close attention. If you do see something wrong with the timers, then obviously surface that. That can happen. But as it stands right now, look at all these. Look at all this. Look at
this one is crazy to me. 1,000 prize wall for 20,000 TP. Like, you cannot convince me there's nothing on this wall for you. Okay? Spend it. I'm sorry to sound rude when I say this, but like, there's something here for everybody. Spend it.
Yeah. All the the resources that you used on the cenas, if you did, all get recouped right here quickly. There's a billion coin offer right there at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's a little hefty, but 1,000 TP bags will do you good. I don't know what it's going to be week to week. Bob doesn't know what it's going to be week to week. So, but again, these medallions are available throughout. They're also available for purchase if you want to do that route and go that route, pay to accelerate. But they are available for free as well. I think I'm at 7K at this point. I still got some stuff to do, Bob. I don't know what you're at, but it's
somewhere 6 or 7K. Yeah, but I also have stuff to do and haven't even. The more that I look at this, I said this on my stream yesterday too. It's like I really am convincing myself to get the starter pack. And listen, y'all, I'm not telling you to do it, right? Just like Flex said, everyone's entitled to play how they want, spend how they want, etc. For me, this like every time that I open this prize wall, it's like, man, I really want to get that starter pack for the half off.
Yeah.
God.
And that's every week. It's going to be the half off, right? I mean, that's not going to change. Not like you have to get a pack every week.
Nope.
But actually, you're not in the discount wall. Go into the discount wall. We should have access to that now.
Do we have it?
For those that don't know, I mean, the regular wall is phenomenal too.
I don't think we have it on the Twitch. It's not on the Twitch Live account.
No. So let me give the pricing and what's on here, because I got a video on it from somebody else. I haven't done all my stuff. I haven't done kickoff yet. My faction's going to kick me out. There's the discount wall has the gauntlet, the Punk Gauntlet plate, which everyone knows I love, and that is available for 12,000 medallions. There's the Nightmare insignia for 6,000. There's the Mischief and the which is the purple rumble, and there's the red rumble for 9K. And then you also have the moment, so the beer bath becomes 5. The story is finished becomes 7,500. The acolytes becomes 3,000. I mean, that's paltry. 3,000, medallions is paltry. It's like nothing. The Valkyrie crest becomes 4,000, and so on and so on. But you do have 3 items that are not on the standard wall. 4 items, excuse me, that are not on the standard wall. 3 of them very premium and recent, and then you have the Nightmare Insignia, which is always a nice one. So again, these walls are really good. They are changing every single week. So this is again one of the best changes that I've seen in the game in forever. And I mentioned it earlier in the week. I said this is substantial for players of all types. So again, I can't stop talking about it. Obviously, I don't want to
Even
shut up about it because I love the change that they made. Because not only did they hear the feedback, but they actually gave us something that we didn't necessarily ask for. Because people wanted the old midweek wall back, and they said, "All right." So kind of Scopely said, "Hold my White Claw," right? I don't know if you drink beer. Definitely drink White Claw. They said, "Hold my White Claw," and and watch what we're gonna do. And they gave us something that was way better that people weren't really asking for. At least I haven't seen it or hear it or whatever. So again, this is a big play. Make sure to leave positive feedback on the forum too, not just negative. It is nice for them to know that when they're doing good for players. I know we do. I always give kudos. I know Bob does when he sees something that he really likes. So believe me, they get beat up enough. Give them something good. Let them feel good about what they're doing.
Yeah, this deserves a round of applause. The week long contests and the prize wall that are week long prize walls are very welcome and changes for the community and very beneficial changes for the community at large. So yeah, I gotta give them credit where credit's due, and they deserve it on this one. Like Flex said, a lot of people love to beat them up and give them a hard time, but they deserve it on this one. They deserve a pat on the back for sure. The armory loot also got revamped as well, Donjay, yeah. And so kind of piggybacking on Flex's comment of the week-long contest and all the rewards that contest has, there are plenty of armory loot coins there. So for those of you that don't know and haven't been paying attention to the armory loot changes, there are now guarantees in the max pulls of the armory loot. And in the titles loot, there's a guarantee in the mid pull as well. They also changed out all of them, so the prices have pretty much changed, as well as all the items inside of them have pretty much changed. So the Moments has a lot of characters in it at 6-star, which is great because that's the maxed out character needs to be to get the Moment to their top level. And the Moments loot also has the new Moment token in it. It has Dominic Mysterio Betrays Rhea Ripley Moment token in it from last month. And there's a lot of top tier moments in it as well, including the Wyatt 6 vs. American Made, the Beer Bath. There's a lot of good moments in here. The Hall of Fame Moment token. So Moment loot is huge for those of you that are missing out on moments. The Gears loot got an entire overhaul, I should say, and revamp. These are no longer 10k a pull, they're 2k a pull, and you're guaranteed a featured if you do a 15 pull, which is 30k. So what used to get you 3 gears now gets you 15 gears, and you are guaranteed one of the featured, which is really a solid set of gears in the featured. Huge pick me up from the gear loot. And then for the titles loot, which I know is what a lot of players were spending on, again, 1 guaranteed feature and a 15, 1 guaranteed super rare and a 5. They did double the price of these. These are no longer 1k, they're 2k. However, if you hit the featured, you're guaranteed one of these skill plates or straps. And for everyone that has been complaining and whining and moaning, there are affiliation straps in the guaranteed section. There is a chance, slim, yes, but a chance, at a 4-piece affiliation. And unfortunately for me, it cuts off at the very bottom here. But for those of you that don't know, Icons of WrestleMania is a potential era drop for these straps. So they have affiliation promoter straps that are available in the titles loot. So you're guaranteed a singular featured item for every max pull that you do. And the only thing in the super rare section are tier 6 medals. So for every 5 pull that you do, you are guaranteed a bare minimum of 1 tier 6 medal. So
Stop crying.
huge,
They gave you good stuff.
huge overhaul on the armory loot this month. So a lot of changes, a lot of MLC upgrades, to put it kindly. Week-long contest, week-long prize wall, month-long armory loot, and steel cage with nothing that's being caged out. So a lot of pick-me-ups for a lot of the community and the player base altogether. Now, we've been going live for an hour. We ain't even smashed a single gem yet. So I'm going to ask y'all, because there are not one, but two revamped, reworked John Cena's. Yes, the special editions are out. That is obvious at this point. What is not obvious at this point, and I'm sure many of you didn't know, because I looked at this last night, and I asked about it, and I was like, was there something that I missed? When did these guys get revamped? Because, like Flex was doing with his Cenas, like many of you were doing with your Cenas, like what I was doing with my Cenas, we were leveling them up. And when I started leveling these characters, I was like, wait a minute, these are not the same moves. Showboat John Cena never had countdown gems. He was released before countdown gems ever existed. What happened here? They have been revamped. Entirely revamped. So, which one would you like to see? Would you like to see the OG hustle, loyalty, and respect John Cena? Or would you like to see Chain Gang Cena? They have both been revamped. Don't worry, they don't have gears. Well, Chain Gang doesn't. The original John Cena Showboat does. His gears are still horrible.
He's got the Santa one too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
He
but
does.
We have is the moment active on here? Yeah, moment is active.
The moment is most certainly active on here. It is not leveled up though, unfortunately, which is a huge game changer for these Cenas. Actually, someone was messing around with this Cena on this account. Clearly, what are we doing here? All right. I mean, we can.
It's not maxed out at the moment.
No, we can try this. I mean, this was not what I was gonna do. OG. He
was,
okay.
Yeah, but he got. I think he got another quick revamp, right? Chain Gang.
Yes, Chain Gang did.
He got a second one.
Chain Gang did get a revamp a long time ago. He got a recent revamp along with this Cena this month. Both of them got revamped.
He's the first ever two-time revamp champ. He got revamped twice.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right, so we're looking at HLR right now?
We're looking at HLR. I want to see what we were doing here with this yellow set. I guess somebody really was interested in this.
But that was a countdown setting?
Yeah.
So it's 6, so we use the wild card. Oosh.
Yeah, I don't know that this is a great setup, but we can check it out. That's fine. No problem. Also, I guess before I do trainers and coaches, let me double check.
Gems into yellow. All right,
yeah.
So you'd be.
Our gears still do absolute dookie. Okay, got it. Let's go.
You can't even use hard times on that. That's not going to trigger because you got to swipe.
If we hit the finisher, we can.
The finisher drops out. I didn't look at the finisher.
Yeah. All right, so let's find Charlotte. Well, here's some red MP, so that's good for starters. I'm sure Charlotte has to be in use on this account. Yes, she is. So there is your 6, 7, 4, 5, 6. 1 for turn is 7. And what we can do is we could put NWO Hogan to get the finisher charged up. And I guess we can just find some gem damage.
I think Naomi does it as a coach. I think Rhonda does it as a trainer.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to stick with as the coach, and I'm probably going to find a way to put an affiliation on him. Is is our new stunning Steve Austin.
Uh-huh. Mr.
He's
48,
he's the
40%er.
king. He's the king, and a
You
lot
know
of
who
people
got
got him.
a nice boost that hasn't gotten talked about much? He's a 40% green and countdown. Oh, this was an area move, but veteran Cena. He gets
Yeah,
40% green gem damage now too, so another one. But stunning, obviously universal.
we don't have any need for that.
Sean, no, the one is on the Fruity Pebble Special Edition hologram. Chain Gang Cena. That's with the one hanger.
We'll stick with our Fury 2s for now. Fury 2, Fury 2, Fury 2 on the yellow move. And Fury 2 on the gem damage. Cena getting the special treatment. Yeah, it's his farewell tour month. Whatever you want to call it.
He's been underappreciated for 2 decades.
So
He's getting this in the game.
Let's find our hard times plate. There it is. Anything that we want to go for here? Maybe just a yellow rumble. Make it simple.
Okay.
If I
I
can
watched
find
it.
it.
It's on the other one. The other
It's
plate.
in use.
The other one. You're looking for the mic check? I don't have hard times. Okay.
Yeah. So we got the hard times, we got the mic drop, so we're going all yellow, everything. Full disclosure, I did not try this moveset out. I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an oddball moveset, but let's see how it does.
Yep. You're getting the boost from the hard times. Alright, so you're getting 100% off that. You're doing 100% strap.
So
Alright.
we've got 11 MP to charge, but because we have NWO Hogan, this is where we make 2-3 matches. So there's our 1-3 match. There is our 2-3 matches.
The builder got his hard hat on.
Boom, boom. We're going to make a 3x3 into these 1-turn countdown gems with a move that Cena has never done in his life. And then we're going to hit the attitude adjustment. And we're going to make the entire board into yellow gems. And then we're going to do it again. So there's 30 million. It's not bad. It's actually way better than I anticipated from the 2016 John Cena.
I remember he was so necessary because he had the most HP at that time. It's like, please just keep me in the match until I get to turn 6, and then I'll win. Then I'll win.
I remember when he first got his green choose red gem move, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, he has a choose move. He's so good.
He's got a choose move.
He's so good.
He's the chosen one."
So yeah, I wish this moment was maxed out. We would have seen another 50% gem damage there. And the reason I want this moment maxed out is it actually helps out this Cena so significantly with this reinforced damage, and it also helps out the other Cena with heal gems. But what I'm gonna do, and I haven't made a video on this yet, so I'm gonna just go ahead and, for those of you that are still here and watching, I will showcase to you the nonsense that I have found of what you can do with this Super Cena. So
Get yourself in trouble, Bob.
Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. So Roxanne
you gonna
gives
play left
us.
to right this time?
What's that?
Look at this. You're playing left to right this time.
Yeah, big time. This is how Bob plays, is left to right.
The right to left throws me out. People show me the moves. Like, what do you think of this move? So I'm like, wait a second. You're playing right to left. I'm like, do you hate your life?
Yep.
You know, obviously in certain modes you want to do it if the AI is supposed to play it that way. But I'm like, I'm gonna lose anyway because if the person's getting turn 1, they should beat me, unless I really nerf out my character, which whatever. Everyone's beatable, but I'm not playing right to left. Wacky.
Yeah, look, I love left to right. I can't do the right to left thing. It drives me nuts when I'm actually like trying to play the game or rush through it or any of that stuff. Now, here's the give and take, okay? What you can do is if you have a middle lane, you can get away with using Tyler Breeze as the MP trainer along with Santa Hogan. So I'm trying to look for him. Here he is. So what you can do if you have a middle lane bonus is you can use Tyler Breeze and you can run this moveset. However, let me go back to MP charges. If you don't have Tyler Breeze, then, and I'm sure he's in use on somebody else. For those of you that aren't aware, he's still in there. He's still in the Gold League loot. NWO Mr. Perfect gives +2 MP to all starting MP. So you don't need a middle lane bonus with him. So we'll put him in for now, just for argument's sake. And this setup actually does some work, believe it or not. You don't need Hogan here. I don't know if somebody has tried. No one's tried anything on here. I guess that moveset I saw was from forever ago. And no one has tried to use Cena since then, which, I mean, it makes sense. And where is our Hall of Fame Yoko? There he is. Alrighty, so something to keep in mind, again, this moment when maxed out gives an extra 100% reinforced gem damage, so that would be an extra 830,000 per reinforced gem. It's going to be some solid damage that you're going to see.
I'm answering a question in the chat. So about the AI play, we went Blues was asking about it. The AI plays different. You're not recording it, right?
No.
Okay,
You're good.
Watch your back, Bob. The AI plays, like, for example, Hall of Fame Macho. It'll play one way in Showdown, but it'll play completely different on Tour or in Feud. I don't know why it does it that way. In one mode, it'll play perfectly. In another mode, it won't. Showboat Asuka, New Gen Asuka, it plays when you're doing the B yellow yellow. With the 99 build, which now would be red, yellow, yellow with the post 99, it played it perfectly. Like, it, no matter how you laid out the order, if you do yellow, yellow, blue, blue, yellow, whatever you did as your order of the moves, the AI played it perfectly. It laid down the pyros to activate the Piper plate. Then it did the reinforce and the countdown. It played it perfectly, but it doesn't do that for every character, every card. I don't know why. But again, I can't play my way, save myself time and taps and all, for the fact of how the AI may or may not play my character. Like, if I'm really using a card as just an eggplant, then yeah, that's a different story. And I can bother myself here and there if I'm going to take out like a fodder opponent for a first time win for Feud. But otherwise, I'm not really doing that. Again, I believe in quality of life, and I'm not going to sit there just doing extra just to torture somebody. I can do enough of that elsewhere. So that's just the way that I view it and approach it. But I know a lot of old school players, like 2016 players, play the right to left game, and they're slowly coming out of that because I'm like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
You're still playing this game. You're still playing right to left. You know how much time of your life you wasted doing that extra tapping?
Yeah, not a fan of that at all. For those of you that did see that, by the way, we broke 45 million damage, and that's without the moment being maxed. It would have been closer to about 60 million damage with the moment being maxed out. Which is insane that the OG 2016 Showboat Cena, who has gears that give him 50 yellow gem damage, not 50%, just 50, can break 60 million damage. So huge numbers. Yes, there's a little choosing. Yes, there's a little RNG. Yes, there's a little, whaley thing in terms of NWO Perfect that you need, and some RNG and some luck.
Yep.
But he can definitely hit up there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I had noticed this, like I was saying, like really late last night, but somebody was asking me because I had poked around and asked on the faction, like, has anyone else seen this? And somebody asked me, well, what would it look like in the top lane? And so when I got on the top lane, I was actually able, like in Feud, you can actually break close to about 90 million damage with this Cena if you have the moment maxed out and the top lane bonus with the starting MP. because you don't need
That's what they're
Santa. You need extra reinforced damage, which is Zombie Sammy, and then you don't need Perfect. You just use Roxanne, and instead of Perfect, you use old Showboat Andre or Junkyard Dog, um, and you just make so many reinforced gems and do so much damage. I can't replicate that because we don't have tour perks on this account, and the moment is currently not maxed. Um,
Yeah.
but definitely worked.
Yeah, Reinforcer doing 100% more, Gems overall doing 50, so you're getting 150% more. Then you're getting the top lane of 100% more gem damage. You're reducing 50% on the opponent, so you're getting a lot
So,
of
so yeah, I mean, look, Showboat Cena, you're gonna have to take him to 6-star gold anyway for getting your special edition Cena. Um,
Do it now. Don't wait for the fuse. Do it now while you're on with us. Do it
he's
now. Listen to the voices.
he's really not that bad, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
again, compared to what Cena should be, okay, what this guy should be, the first character who was lucky to hit like 50,000 damage. You're talking about 30 million on the low end is actually insane.
Yeah, it's good. It helps. It's good for the rack. It's also my PGR is not phenomenal in general, but again, if you have all this other stuff with it, when you have the rack and all that, they'll probably make you use them for something, extreme rules or something like that at some point anyway. So Bob doing obviously Bob things and showing you how to make them look really good.
I'm trying.
Voodoo Bobby.
So yeah, there's also there's this Cena, Chain Gang Cena, which his revamp really gave him the acro treatment. 3 MP yellow moves, 1 MP blue moves was insane to see. So don't get me wrong, right? You're most likely not going to be using these, but there's a chance that you do, and we can we can take a look at that.
Well. Hold on a second.
Go
Not
on.
necessarily. I mean, think about this for a second. Do the two yellows
Okay.
because the reinforce gets buffed, and you could throw yeah, throw that on there. The other one,
Okay.
and because it's low MP, right? You can do quite a few things with that. Let me see something real quick.
We don't have heal gems. I mean, I guess I could just put this on here. It doesn't make a difference.
Let me see.
Someone was messing around with with this Cena.
Who's doing the naughty work?
Somebody
All
was
right,
messing
so
around here.
Twisted Bliss does 100% reinforce, but she does it with the green move boost, so not that. MP. All right, so Bam Bam would be one, so you get the. I mean, if you really want it, if you don't have the line bonus, but Bam Bam gives you 50% on the reinforce. Yellow moves +2, so you're guaranteed to be charged up. Let me see who else is there. Yeah, and then you have other. Then you can use Bliss for 100% on that. Then you can use the moment is going to give you another 100% on the reinforce. You clip 2. So you trigger a mic drop. So I would say probably about a 45 million play, if not more. Not his primary color, which
You said
kind of
Bam
sucks,
Bam?
but yeah, Striker Bam Bam.
I'm looking for him. There we go. Boom.
Yeah.
And then Yoko is in use. I know that because we just used them.
Sean, the moment is it's your time now. The time is now for you. Put that 100% strap on Cena. Do it.
And Zombie Sammy is also going to be in
I like
play.
reworks anyway because they don't have to do reworks, right? I know we think of as players, well, they should do this. They don't have to do reworks because no one's going to stop playing the game if they don't rework old characters.
No.
Because you're not really chasing old characters, you're chasing new stuff. But when they do that, it makes everybody happy, even if the character is not great, except one specific one this month. That we will that will not be mentioned. But generally, I like it. At least it gives us something to look at and makes them curious on how they can make a card somewhat better than there was before. Again, I remember Chain Gang was just like you don't even touch this character.
There's no,
I had him 2-star bronze. I had
no
him 2-star bronze
chance.
until that event. I'm like, I really got to take him from 2-star bronze to 6. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no chance in hell that you would ever use this guy, like ever.
Yeah.
But let's test this out. I like the look of this. So we have to modify a random area. So there's a 7x4 random area into
Yep.
reinforced gems. Okay, and then here's a 7x4 into yellow gems that we get to pick and choose.
Right.
So that will break
Yep.
twice. So we don't even need to clip anything because we're breaking enough gems.
Yeah. And you're breaking the green there, yeah.
And then
in this case, it
there's
fell down nice.
the yellows also.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to clip because it's reinforced. Yeah, you're right.
So that was about 20 million
right.
damage.
Eh,
It's not horrible. It's not great,
You're getting...
but way better than what it used to be.
Yeah, again, that's without the moment. The moment's giving you an additional 150%. So you're probably going to hit about 30, 35 on that. It's not awful. Again, we're doing these builds not because we think you're going to use them as frontline characters, especially now with the new one. But again, at some point you're going to have to use them. That's probably why they did the revamp. They didn't make them top tier, but they're probably going to have a use for them at some particular point, maybe as a flash. This is just me thinking out loud, but maybe like a middle line for flash bonus or something like that, because that would make sense for them to do that as a reason for, hey, you got this now, find a way to use them and use it for this as a middle lane bonus for example, or bottom line bonus, probably bottom line.
I mean, look, he still gets the job done. 20 mil is a nice amount of damage for anything that isn't your top of the line 6-star gold characters, and that is without the moment being maxed up. If the moment was maxed up, again, 50% extra gem damage, 100% extra reinforced damage, so that would be a very huge pick-me-up. The other
And by the way, you're also not using... You're using 100% gem damage trap, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's another thing. I mean, generally, you're going to use... so a lot of people have the 150s now. You're going to use the 100. You're going to use the tier 6s when it becomes a requirement. So you're going to pump out more damage there. And again, the moment's going to help you with the reduction and the damage. So you're going to inherently get more. Again, you're not going to do 150 million with him off the rip, but...
No. But it's also not a character that you expect to do 150 million. This was a character that you would be lucky if you did 1 million with. So like, kind of a game changer here. The one moveset that I liked, that I saw, was this moveset, the red, red, blue. So the sit-out hip toss grows to a 4x4 area at 6-star gold. The throwback gives you an extra choose gem at 6-star gold. And then the finisher, the FU, actually goes up to 450,000 bonus damage for every heal on the board. And this is kind of why I was laughing, because somebody was definitely messing around with this on the channel here. Because they already had Rhonda and Becky and 123 Kid on here. The thing that I don't think makes sense is that they had all this on here because you still need to have 1 MP somewhere. So that's where I would be throwing Santa on here instead of 123 Kid, so that we can start out turn 1 for this. And again, something to keep in mind, we would be getting an additional 100% heal gem damage, which sounds a little stupid because heal gems do 0 damage, but the bonus damage would get a pickup for 450,000 additional bonus damage. So you'd be doing close to about 1.7 million damage per heal gem on the board. And then if we can, hold on, let me find the... what was it again? It's red, right? Blue to red is what we need. Boom. And then I'm not really worried about this plate right now. Perfect. Right? Yeah, blue to red. Wonderful. Whoops. Let's click this.
We went blues. It's the special edition. Cena is the CSS.
Yes, it is special edition.
It's Fruity Pebbles.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and put out our heal gems first. Put them in a corner. And then what you can also do is you can make a 5 match. And then you can set up a 3 match. So there's your 5 match. That will trigger your red MP gain from the plate 1 time. You swipe the
Well,
3
you're doing
match
that
that you
voodoo
made,
that you
and
do.
of course you
Okay.
cascade. You know, you gotta love the cascade. You can't help it.
Of course. That
Um,
voodoo that you do.
well, we missed out on what would be 3 additional heal gems. So thankfully, nothing that insane that we missed out on. It would be an additional 3, maybe like 3.75. So let's round it up to about 4 million damage is what you would see as the bonus on this. But that alone was already 35 mil. So with this moveset, 38 and a half, you can add on another 4. So that also eclipses 40 million damage. So it is kind of insane to me that these guys, both of them, can hit over 40 million damage when they would be lucky to scrape 1 or 2 mil, right? So again, are these revamps and changes absolutely earth-shattering, and are they going to be the best of your roster and the top of the game? No, they're not going to be the absolute, penultimate greatest thing since sliced bread. But these guys can definitely hit. Like, they can definitely do a decent job. Again,
When you need them. Yep.
like, is this to say that you're expecting them to compete with your whaliest of whale characters, or like, Mommy of last month, or any of that stuff? No, they're not supposed to compete with all that. But when you're talking about a character that everybody has on their account in hustle, loyalty, and respect, you can't play this game without that character on your account. That is the starter character. That's why I always call him the 2016 character. You have to have him. If that guy can currently beat up everybody apart from 6-star golds, and you have to take him 6-star gold anyway this month, that's a huge win. At least to me, right? So, again, I'm not saying that I'm going to go out of my way to forcibly use these guys, but they're damn good. And you know what? Just because, like Flex talks about his eggplant builds and stuff, I mess around with fun characters because I enjoy just playing nonsense. Like, when there's a chance for me to play No Chance, I'll play No Chance in Feud just because I like it, because it's funny to me. Do I think that clicking, 30 or 40 gems is going to make me climb the leaderboards quicker? No. But am I having fun doing it? You bet. You bet. That's why people are playing Hornswoggle, right? And so, like, this Cena, if I somehow get a top lane for Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect Cena, I might just break out a OG 2016 starter character Cena just so I can hit 90 million with him and have a photo. Like, that's going to be fun. That's just going to be fun for me. Yeah. Yeah, I totally have, you can't see Bob sweatbands on right now for sure. 100,000%.
You're right. You're right. Again, this is why I like this, because they're going to make them relevant at some particular point. It's good for people who are just starting to get in the game or getting back into the game too. As you mentioned, you kind of have to use them, and it's painful. So it helps in that regard. I know it doesn't apply to 99.5% of players out there, but again, they are going to make you use it. I think in Flash, they're going to be a line bonus at some particular point, either bottom or middle. That's just my thought process on it. But like you said, you got to take them anyway. Might as well try them out. You're doing it for them, showing them what it can do. And this is without the moment. So again, you add on another, a 5 to 7 million or whatever it might be. So
it's good.
It's serviceable. It's serviceable for what it is, and definitely what it was. What was it, like 5 million before?
That's what I'm saying. You're lucky. You're lucky if you broke 4 to 5 million on either of these characters before. Now you can add a 0 and expect that, which is insane that you can expect a character that is almost a decade old. The game isn't even a decade old. A character that's almost a decade old can keep up with the second highest rarity. So very impressed with that. And not to worry, Tito, I don't know that there's much more content that we're going through here today. We did the Cenas and whatnot, so we'll head on through to the blog again real soon here, unless someone else has something else they want to see, and we could play that real quick. And then if otherwise, we'll just head back to the blog and read it through again.
You could do that if you want to go to the feud lineup page and just show them what you're considering using for your Whaleys of Whale roster for feud. I'm sure people would be interested in that too.
I can definitely
You feuded before, right?
showcase
You feuded before, right, Bob? You know how this works.
just a couple of times. You know,
I know you're a little rusty. I
I'm
know.
retired now. You know, like I gotta get out of my chair to get into the couch. It's a whole mess. You know.
Yeah, it's a whole to do.
Ugh, goodness. Yeah, no, I definitely can showcase the characters that I want to use and feud with. And hysterically enough, what's so funny to me, Professor. For those of you that don't know, shout out to Professor G, another one of the content creator crew and squad. Came out with a video marketing the top 10 strikers in the game, as well as 5 honorable mentions. And I know Flex is giggling to himself over there because he knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. You know who didn't make the list? You know who didn't make the list that deserved to be on the list?
This guy.
This guy right here with his knee
My
brace.
goodness.
Austin 316. So yeah, I will 1000% be using him in feud. Not even just because like it's a funny thing, but because he is just so darn good too.
He is now. Yeah, the green, yellow bloodsucker. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
1 MP boost. Give it.
yeah. For
Plus the
me,
moments. Plus the moments. I got beer back last week and I was so happy.
oh man. So
That's
I've got all the bells and whistles for him. All the moments. Got the leech plate. Got the yellow rumble plate. And I am hitting both his yellow moves and pinning people for close to 120 million.
It's beautiful.
It's insane to
I
me
have a
how
video
people
on that
don't
too.
see
It's
it.
so fun.
It's
Yeah, it's so fun.
insane.
I put Bischoff. I mentioned Bischoff a couple times. Bischoff has like 4 moments. He's got the gears. He's got the. I mean, he is effing great.
I've been
Give Bischoff some
listening.
love.
I've
He's a
been
black belt. Give him some
listening.
love.
I've been listening to a faction mate of mine for years talk about Bischoff, and it was like it initially was a joke and a troll because it's like he loves all the wacky characters and all the out of bounds
Wait, trolls in your
wrestlers and all
faction?
right,
No.
right. And but the best part is like he's an actual Bischoff mark. And so he
Okay.
always found a way to make him work. Like he would put a drip plate. His only drip plate, he put it on Bischoff.
Yeah.
Everything under the sun that he could, he was a Bischoff diehard. And then lo and behold, Bischoff gets 2 gears. He gets some moments. He gets some traction. And all of a sudden, he starts taking photos of his Bischoff doing over 100 million damage. And it's like, how are you doing this? And then everyone started going, wait a minute, this isn't a joke?
No, it's not a joke anymore. It starts as a meme and it turns into something real.
It's not a joke. Wait, what happened? You know,
Think
like
anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face with those bad boys? I don't think so. He's good. By the way, shout out to Scopes. Go into roster real quick. Like just go and replace.
Sure.
Shout out to the development team on this. The match filters with their
Yeah.
buffs. I love this. I know I called this out on the previous stream that we had done, but I love how clean, efficient, and intuitive that filter is for the different modes, and we have that in Showdown every so often too.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great tool. Use that for your own roster. You don't necessarily have to go with those buffs. Like if I'm going to use a certain character that I know is going to do ridiculous damage, like an OTC, which I don't have, but if I know that he has that, I don't really need these buffs for it. But especially if there's no debuffs. But this is nice for all different types of players to figure out what I'm going to do, or what you're going to do with who you have. So make sure that you're using that. The team put a lot of time into that, a lot of effort, and it's very clean, intuitive. And I mean, look what Bob is doing. He's just messing around, trying to break it, trying to break the slide. It's not working.
I was trying to
Bomb-proof.
see. I was
It
trying to
knows so
see.
well.
Just trying to combine some of these, you know, just interested in seeing, like, you know, Seth is
It's
going to be
nice.
really
I
cool,
love it.
right? Because, like, what Flex is saying, I wouldn't think about using Seth here, but that's a good shout out that, like, Seth is going to have reinforced gems, which is a 200% bonus, and Seth is all red
Oh, yeah.
gems, which is 100% bonus. So like
Yeah.
Seth
And he has a
with
moment too, if I'm not
both of
mistaken, right?
these,
He's got
yeah,
he's got
that's
that
gonna
bloodline moment or
be
something.
a big win with Freak and Seth. I don't think we have the moment here, so I can't see it, but he does. He's in that story's finished moment.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is on the wall, by the way. Wink, wink. It's on
it
the
is on
wall.
the wall. Wink, wink. But
I
yeah, I
still don't have
mean,
that moment, by the way.
I
But yeah, he's a winner and he's fast. That's why people like him. It's not so much that he was doing mega damage. I think he was doing like 60, 70 million.
yeah.
So it's not horrible, but especially for the way that card was expense wise and chase wise. But he's just fast doing it. And if you're gonna get buffed out 200%, 100%, just take advantage of it in that particular case.
So for me
Is this what you're using, Bob?
personally, I'm probably gonna be using something like this. This will
All
probably be
right.
my lineup. I'm gonna have to look into all of the eras. So Muda's Legend, Austin is Attitude, Sammy is New Gen, JBL's Hall of Fame, Yeet is Modern, which doesn't count. So I'm missing. I think it's Reality. So I'll have to probably squeeze Regal in there. And oh man, I'm drawing like what is it? RA is the other one. I think it's
What are you
RA
talking about?
for the feud contest CSS for like the 6 eras.
Oh, hold on.
It's
Do I
RA.
have it open? Yes,
It is RA.
okay.
So I
It is
think
RA.
that's what
Yeah.
this Cena is, right? He's RA. Yeah, I always get
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
confused. I always
Three
thought he was
pebbles, yeah, that's
PG.
covered.
I always thought he was
That what I like
PG.
about that contest, and I was saying it before, is while you were going through it, is I love because you just using your lineup essentially, right? Like you don't have to use Shayna Baszler, you don't have to use who I call Trashka, Trick Asuka, who I think got better with some of the new stuff that's out there. I have to look again, but
Yep.
you're not using those CSSs that make you really want to uninstall the game. It's just literally playing your roster,
Yeah.
and a lot of them just kind of in there already.
Yeah,
So
the only thing that I think I would need to swap out here would be Julius for Regal, which will be for the era. Or in fact, I can put in, whoever a new gen tech is, and then put Regal where the showboat slot is. But that's essentially my one thing is I'll either get the 10
yeah,
in with technician, or I'll get the 6 in with reality. But aside from that, this whole lineup is set for everything. So ruthless aggression
yeah,
and acro, legend and acro, attitude and powerhouse, attitude and striker, legend and striker, Hall of Fame and trickster, new gen and showboat, and then I got one tech down here. So I mean, there's like Flex is saying, I'm pretty much just gonna play my lineup, which it feels good. That's why I was really stoked when I saw this out the gate. That when we got this type of feud again, that it was for a male feud and not a female feud. The female feuds feel very forced, where it's like I have to play Ruthless Aggression and Super Stacy for 6 matches
yeah.
before I could take her out of my lineup and then go use somebody else, or Molly Holly and take her out of my lineup before I go use somebody else, or any of those characters. With male feuds, it feels very broad in terms of like, yeah, I'm going to use all these characters because I want to use them, and they cover all my CSS bonuses. So that's
Yep.
what feels good about it, right?
I
Um,
like the overlaps.
so I'm a huge fan of
So
this, big time.
yeah, I like it. The other thing that I really love, Bob, and I've been very vocal about this. I know people complain about it as well, and I'll explain why. Just because they feel like they're missing out. But the fact that the actual premium card specific CSS is attached to the solo contest, it gives those who spend the most or really got lucky, um, who have those CSS, it goes to the solo event. But generally, if you're missing a few of those, even it's not really going to hurt uh, your overall experience on that week. It's probably not going to cost you a milestone or otherwise. So it's
No?
not something that you're really necessarily missing out on, but it might help somebody that has a 3 or 4 maybe get that extra milestone or get closer to it. But it might help them on the leaderboard, for example. So it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't inhibit people necessarily. At least I haven't really seen it at scale. Maybe a couple people here and there might have been like 10,000 or 50,000 short of a particular milestone, but on the early milestones don't really matter as much anyway. It's the later ones for shards and all resources. But I like that they kind of bifurcated that, where you have the character specific CSS going to solo, and they have the era and other stuff um, class going to the main war score event. So you really only need, what is it, 150, 200 million score? I mean, it's really, it's nothing.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere around like 170. I think it's a little bit
150,
less. I think it's
170,
like
yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah.
170, give or take like a couple mil, but always
Yeah, I think
170.
Akil was saying it's 300. Yeah, I think Akil was saying it was 324 million last time. But
Yeah.
yeah, last feud, I enjoy feuding. But the standard feud last MLC felt really cumbersome, felt really tedious, and I really didn't
Hmm.
want. Obviously, I still did it, but it just felt like I really didn't want to do it, and I haven't felt so like I don't want to do this anymore in that feud as I did that one between the debuffs, the fact that the steps had more HP, which they probably will here. I would anticipate that, but it's okay here because that actually means, and I said this in Flash, if you're going to be able to use male characters or overkill characters that are going to do 120, 130 million, the extra HP doesn't matter
Right.
as much. We also have fewer 99 opportunities because it's really Jesse, and you're not using Jesse this feud. If you are, please rethink your strategy. But you're just not. But you're getting an opportunity to get more points because if it's inherently more HP, and everyone's going to use the steps if they have even the two, you're going to inherently get more HP, which is going to help you get more points per battle, not per brawl, individual, not per brawl, obviously per brawl overall, but per battle, you're going to get more damage, more points if you drain. So you're being able to get more points overall towards your war score in less time. So again, another enhancement that they made that a lot of people just don't talk about it, didn't even notice. So where I hated it last month because of the way that the format and design was, and I use that design word a lot because a lot of the
Hmm.
designs were not good last month and made stuff really like problematic. In this particular world, it's better because you can actually do your true damage unless your opponent is, hurting that with, nerfs and stuff or moments. Um, but otherwise, every single battle, you're accruing more and more points,
Right.
which I like. Quality of life.
So Ty, real quick, instead of Hall of Fame JBL, there's all the tricksters in the game, right? So Hornswoggle, Howdy, Zombie LA Knight, Donatello, Goat Ali, Trickster Bubba, Pop Style. All these are good tricksters. There's the NWO Macho revamp is also a great trickster. Invis Cena,
Oh yeah.
fantastic trickster nowadays. There's a few of them that are really really solid out there. So great options. Even R Truth is a great trickster. I know he's a freebie character,
Oh,
but
he's phenomenal.
solid
He's phenomenal.
trickster,
If you have
right?
the stuff, yeah, he's phenomenal.
So lots of good tricksters that can go into that spot for sure. It doesn't need to just be Hall of Fame JBL. Like Flex was just saying, he was just asking me who I'm planning on using. That's going to be most likely what my lineup looks like is what's on screen right now. But anyway,
Yeah.
enough of that. Let's go back over the blog in our super quick blog read. So I believe that is this button. It is. Let's go back to the top. It is the Twisted and Blissed feud. Champions, you get chance at more Alexa Bliss shards this weekend. There's some superstar shards, some straps, some skill plates, and an updated entourage ability for Play or Pain Alexa Bliss. The contest goes live at the 11th at reset, ends the 14th at reset. The feud goes live on the 12th, 4 hours after reset, ends the 13th at reset, and the Blitz starts the 13th at reset, ends the 14th at reset. As always, there is an exclusive prestige drop on the club, so make sure to join up. The MLC chases the shards that are available for free, 50 in the solo milestone, 100 in the feud contest milestones, 30 in the tours for Alexa Bliss, 45 in the premium solo, and 75 in the premium blitz contests. The premium prize wall, if you get Alexa Bliss early, you can get the premium prize wall medallions for using her on her tour. Those items available on the premium wall are the Yeet plate, the Princess Flaming Glove plate, and the 6-star gold token chests. The regular prize wall includes a 5-star gold poster of player Pain Bliss with her new updated entourage ability at 6-star gold, 50% power gem damage, and 50% protect gem reduction. Outside of that, we also have ultimate straps on the prize wall. 150% gem for the new Bliss, 150% gem for Jesse the Body Ventura. A 2x affiliation Trickster strap for Modern Era, like Flex has pointed out. If you don't have one for Howdy, who is also on the wall shard-wise, definitely should suggest getting that so you could put that on Howdy and use it on most of those characters. Also, 150% gem damage strap for a random era, random class combo. The 150s are back, so hopefully you will get some that you are missing. Lots of shards, lots and lots and lots of shards. As Flex also called out, this was a great shout out by him. It looks, again, all subject to change, so don't shoot the messengers here. But it looks like Rex is going to be limit 5 for 6 medallions apiece at 130 shards each redeem. So that's 650 shards that you can get for Rex Regum here, which is a huge pick-me-up. That's over 10% of his recruit point. As well as Umaga shards, Punk shards, lots of good shards here. So Uncle Howdy's on the wall, Muscle Man, Voice of the Voiceless, Yeet J Uso, OTC, Mommy's on top, Abby the Witch, Arcade Assassin, Lyra Valkyria, Revenge Tour Live, Rex Regum, Umaga, Mercy the Buzzard, Sami Zayn, Rocker Sean, Braun Breaker, Creed Brothers Julius Creed, Jacob Fatu, Bret Hart, the best there ever will be, and Drew McIntyre, Master of the Claymore. I still stand by what I said on our first blog read that I think the worst character on the entire list is Drew, Master of the Claymore.
Yep.
And if he is the worst out of, what is this, like 20-something characters, you're talking about a mega list right now of characters and shards that you could pick up and get closer to. The skill plates that are available, the Buzzard's Beak, the Baddest Jacket, and the Yeet Plate on the regular prize wall as well. And you got some Twisted and Bliss loot coins, some regular coins, some TP, and some star fragments. So there is something for everyone on this wall. The Twisted and Bliss chests have 15 shards of the following characters. I'm sure there's more underneath here, you just can't see it. And there's a very small chance, but a chance nevertheless, at a 3-star bronze Twisted Bliss. So when you see the Twisted and Bliss chest below, this is what they're talking about. The solo contest, max milestone, 10 million points. The reward highlights 135 Twisted Bliss shards, 63 prize wall medallions, and the top 20 can earn a guaranteed character up to 6-star silver of the new Twisted Bliss. The CSS for the feud, for the solo contest, not for your feud contest. These are as follows: John Cena Chain Gang Special Edition, 50,000 points limit 2. Muscle Man, 50,000 points limit 2. Uncle Howdy, 25,000 limit 2. Voice of the Voiceless, 25,000 limit 2. Dirty Dominic Mysterio, 25,000 limit 2. The Radical Revolutionary Seth Rollins, 25,000 limit 2. And of course, Mercy the Buzzard, 25,000 limit 2. The feud contest. This is the 500 million milestone, is the max milestone. You got a feud for war score points and reach milestones to earn those additional prize wall medallions. The reward highlights here are 100 Alexa Bliss shards, 5 of those Twisted Bliss chests, 12 more prize wall medallions, and 8 Blitz tickets. The top 800 players can earn up to 4 million additional solo points. The CSS for this contest are any class, so any powerhouse, striker, tech, showboat, trickster, and acro. Each of these are 3 million points apiece, limit 10. And then you have all the following arrows: no modern, no PG, no IOW. So we have Legends, Attitude, New Gen, Reality, Ruthless Aggression, and Hall of Fame. These are 4 million points apiece, limit 6.
So easy. So easy.
Super cake, especially
so much overlap too.
Especially
so
for male
overlap.
feuds.
So overlap.
The limited time tours, nearly 6 million solo contest points, 1.5 million in the 24-hour Bliss tour. There is also going to be 3 feud MP perks, which is up to 6 all MP, but it requires the new Twisted Bliss in order to get them. There are 7 premium medallions, also requires the new Twisted Bliss to get those. There are 8 more Twisted Bliss chests. There are 10 Blitz tickets and a Twisted Bliss feud boost that is known as the War Score Steps. That is what everyone calls them. The CSS for the
Yeah, the
tours,
chests are really nice.
yeah,
Chests are really nice.
they are. The tours, there's 4 of them on Friday, 1 of them on Saturday, and again, nothing on Sunday because that is where the Blitz comes in. On Friday, we have the 24-hour contest bonus tour where Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss is the CSS. On Friday, we have the challenge tour. Normal is requiring a trickster. Modern is the CSS. Hard requires a showboat. Modern again is the CSS. And Hell requires a modern, where SmackDown is the CSS. The Twisted Pair is Alexa Bliss, Play or Pain, Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss. The Fiend, Let Me In, or Bray Wyatt, Muscle Man as your CSS. The Wyatt Bliss is a modern era requirement tour where any of the Wyatt 6 will be your CSS. And on Saturday, the Body, the Showboat Tour, where Jesse the Body Ventura is the CSS. The Sunday Blitz, again, why we don't have Sunday tours? Because we got a Sunday Blitz. The top 2 for your regular Blitz, any Raw and any Modern Era are your slot requirements. You will get 2 MP for filling the lane. It costs 1 ticket. However, if you want, you can save time and earn rewards faster in the Champion Blitz. And the Champion Blitz has the top 2 as well as the mid 3. You need any SmackDown and any Modern in the top, 3 more SmackDowns in the middle. They all have to be 6-star silver or higher, and you will get 2 MP for filling both the top and the middle lanes. Each of these will cost 5 Blitz tickets to run the Champion Blitz. The rewards are 4 Twisted Blitz bags in the normal Blitz, 20 Twisted Blitz bags in the Champion Blitz. The CSS for the additional Alexa Bliss shards are Rhea Ripley, Mommy's on Top, and Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. For the regular Blitz, you will get 5 shards. For the Champion Blitz, you will get 25 shards. And last but certainly not least, the Faction Feud requirements. The Steel Cage is back. Don't go running, though, because nothing is locked out. Everything is allowed, in fact. The only reason that we have this is now replacing our our Feud perks. But we used to have Faction Feud perks that y'all needed to open up the perk spots and get your Feud turnbuckles and all that stuff. That is now replaced with this. So the bonuses, we get 100% red and blue gem damage. We get 200% reinforce, leech, X-break, and cross-break damage. So lots of damage bonuses for this feud. And of course, the lineup is what we just saw in game. The lineup that I filled out for you that you could see from my perspective that I'm going to most likely run. The lineup that you all have in game that you could fill out right now. The bonuses are there. The lineup is there. It is nothing new. This is just the version in blog form. The only thing this will tell you that in-game does not is the requirement, the minimum requirement of characters that you need in your lineup to play Feud is 4 characters. And guess what? There's 3 open spots. Any Trickster, any Showboat, any Striker 6-star, any Raw 5-star. You should be able to field 4 characters. And of course, as always, you have a chance to win a 4-star gold character of the weekend. This weekend it is Alexa Bliss, the Twisted Bliss, in the forum giveaway. So make sure to join the WWE Champions community on the official forum and give your constructive feedback on the contest for a chance to enter the giveaway. That's it, y'all. That is it for the blog, and that is it for us hanging out in the lounge. Hopefully you all had a fun time. I know I had a fun time. Flex, did you have a fun time tonight?
Always do, Bob. Love linking up doing this. I love talking about the feud. I love that this MLC is so much better than last MLC. Much better vibe, more positives. And guess what? They're giving you top line for free. Go cry about it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to go, well, I had to spend $5. That's not free. Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of people bickering and yelling and whining about something, like you always say, right? Everyone always has to whine about something. But
He's free. If,
yes,
if, if $5 bothering you, look at your tax statement, and it is tax season, and Bob will tell you that taxes are not fun to be paying right now. So if $5 bothers you, look at your income tax statement. Thank you, Dan.
yeah. I mean, look, it's a huge win, man. It's way better than it being a female feud and Alexa Bliss herself being required as the top lane, because that really would have blocked a lot of people out, compared to
Yep.
what this essentially is, which is take up all the cenas that you already have on your account. Like, do that if you really feel the need for a top lane, take them up. No big deal. That's all. Just
I
do
mean,
it.
even the middle, there was a time, Bob. I know we're about to wrap up, but there was a time where I couldn't do the middle in flash feuds. I couldn't do the middle in regular feuds, and it was just like I was communicating with them, like, look, I understand pay to accelerate, but man, I can't even participate. It's crazy just being there, and you're. I don't care about the grind of it, but that's me. But I can't do the middle line bonus. Like, what's the point? So now, okay, you don't have Muscle Man, but at least you can get the line bonus if you have one of the other Brays, Fiend, Trick, whatever,
Yep.
at 6-star silver. You at least have a line bonus for extra war score, the line bonus itself for the damage, all of that kind of stuff. That's very important for people to and how you build that extra 1 MP itself is very very important to make certain characters now viable. So again, now we don't have the 99. You can't use Dirty Dom with the 99. You can't use these other characters with the 99. They don't have that anymore with the rollover month. So unless you have the new Cena, who's the only 99 available at the moment, right,
Right.
Bob? Like that's it. And he has top lane, so doesn't really need it, not really, but nice to have. But he's the only one that's going to be there except Jesse. And as I mentioned before, if you're using Jesse in this feud as an offensive character, you need to revisit your gaming your gaming choices because this isn't it.
No.
Unless you know something that Bob and I don't. But yeah, this feud is very open. The CSS is good. I think they changed the actual solo event CSS as well because it felt a lot more hefty when I was doing it with Bro. Unless my mind is crossing me, but the event looks good. The wall has something for everybody. It's open. It's a lot of fun. Top lane is there, so I don't know. I'm gonna have fun. Whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to cry about it.
Yeah. I'm planning on having a lot of fun this weekend, which is saying a lot, especially because it is tax season. So I got
Yeah.
work to get done. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
definitely planning on getting work done tonight, and tomorrow, so that I can enjoy my time on the weekend, and actually have fun playing Feud. And I'm looking forward to it, man. There's not a lot of characters that I'm missing in the game, so even from my perspective, I'm looking forward to possibly getting another Yeet plate. Buzzard's Beak is fine by me. Some shards, some 150% gem damage straps. I'm not complaining. I will be
No.
just fine and happy to play this game, because that's what it finally has come around to, right? We got some huge bonuses, perks, whatever you want to call it, steel cage, buffs, whatever you want to call it. I'm having fun with that. As you mentioned, the feud lines themselves are not as restrictive as they once were. So I'm looking forward to messing around with that. A lot of players should have the top lane available. This is gonna be a very enjoyable weekend, is what I'm expecting for a lot of people out there. And again, as always, anybody who's going after Bliss, good luck in getting her. I wish you all the absolute best of luck. Hopefully, you can get some extra premium medallions and get that Yeet plate. And you know what? Maybe you feel that plus 6 MP is worth going after. And if you do get it, good luck with it. But that'll be it for us today. We're closing the curtains on the lounge. We're cutting the music. There ain't much more to do other than say goodbye, good night, and have a good one, everyone.
Have a great weekend, all.